The National Obidient movement stakeholders, Aspirant and Kwankwasiyya movement summit recorded a major political gathering aimed at strengthening opposition unity ahead of the 2027 general election. The event was convened by Dr. Yunusa Tanko, the national coordinator of the Obidient movement, who emphasized the importance of collaboration, strategic planning, and political inclusiveness among progressive forces in Nigeria.
There is a 5 cardinal points that Mr. Peter Obi has been campaigning with. One is capacity, 2, competence, 3, character, 4, credibility, and the 5th one is compassion. Anybody who wants to run as an aspirant or become a candidate should know if you do not possess that particular 5 qualities, the Nigerians will not take you as part of the new Nigeria that is possible. We will not take you as those particular people that will usher in a new government. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be under any illusion. We are determined as a people to ensure we have credible leaders. And I know for sure, many of you would know fault of yours, may not even know the Constitution and the Constitution and the manifesto of the new party that all of us are running. So we bring in very capable person who have studied it. They give you a synopsis of what it contains, so that you will be ready not to go to the National Assembly and become a rubber stamp. We want a National Assembly that can be able to challenge the situation for the interest of the Nigerian people, not for the interest of your pocket. Some will look at us and say we are being consistent. It is not easy to be consistent. You must be loyal, you must be determined, you must be able to shun any kind of social crisis, you must be able to follow the course of your principal. I, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, I remain loyal to my principal because I believe he's going to take us to the right path. And I believe the majority of you are. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring in the experts, then you exit.
Among the notable personalities at the event was a veteran politician, Buba Galadima, who stresses that the National Democratic Congress (NDC) requires consensus for selecting candidates and building internal harmony ahead of the general elections.
We went to pay for an expression of interest for the president. So all of us should promise ourselves that it is not an issue of either it is me or nobody. The party cannot afford to do primaries because they will send the people to the Baru everything and we end up without a candidate. So it is better for us to maintain unity, to maintain loyalty to the party and to the decision of the elders of this party or the major stakeholders of all our constituencies, that whoever emerges as a candidate for any constituency in this country, that we will all support that person to succeed. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you ready to make the sacrifice? Unless you do that, or unless you are not being sent by the APC, then it means we are on the right course. But I know that if you are sent by the APC to go and say, no, I don't agree, there is nothing we can do to persuade you if you don't get what you want to accept the verdict of the party. We know that one. Because I had been in this business for the last 48 years, from 1978 to date.
Also speaking at the gathering was an academician and public affairs analyst, Dr. Sam Amadi, who addressed several concerns raised by the aspirant and stakeholders regarding the preparation and expectation for the 2027 general election in process.
It's what it is, and I think the parties do well to overcome that challenge of time. I'll make 3 key points. The first relates to what it means to be a member of a movement. The Obidient movement, the Kwankwasiyya movement, and now the OK movement. A movement suggests a direction. A direction in politics is often symbolized in a person. It doesn't mean that that person is perfect. It means that that person represents the core values of the direction or embodies his words of performance or profile where we want to get to. Since 2022 and 2023 election, the Obidient movement has been constructed around the mission and the person of Mr. Peter Obi. And the reason
Aisha Yusufu, a human rights activist and FCT senatorial candidate under the NDC platform, spoke passionately on the value of loyalty, integrity, and commitment in political leadership, urging members to remain focused on national building and accountability.
Talked about some of them in terms of the fact, how do we look at ourselves and what do we see? It is one thing to have an opportunity to run for office. It's also another thing to be prepared to run for office. We must be better than the people that we want to change or remove or whatever the term is. At every time, it's not just about the passion, it's also about what is it that you're bringing to the table for this country, that at the end of the day, the country will be better off just because you were there. I always say that I hold myself to higher standards than I hold anybody. If I'm going to hold you to 10%, I'm going to do 100. And if I'm holding you to 100%, if I'm not doing 1,000%, then it's not worth it. And I think every one of us, those are the questions we must ask ourselves. There are moments in someone's life that you sit down, not in the outside, not where anybody is, but you're alone with yourself. And you say to yourself, am I able? One of the things that I see a lot of us miss is how to be people-centric. Service, and I'm glad the slogan of our party is what? Service. If you're not serving the people, what are you doing? Service is not about being performative. It is about you alone with that man who is a security man and you're going past and you're treating him like a human being. That's you serving that person. It's not about you lording it over. Oh, I occupy this place. Oh, I'm this rich. Do you know who I am? No, I don't know who you are. Did your parents tell you who you are? Do you know this or do you know that? No. When people see you, what do they take away? How do you make them feel? That's what service is all about. And if you've not imbibed that particular quality, then I think it's important for that to be the beginning of how you say to yourself, how do I serve? And if no, I'll come to loyalty. I see a lot of people who have this respect to office, respect to position, respect to authority, but they never respect people who are lower than them.
The event ended with a strong resolution by the vote the Obidient and Kwankwasiyya movement to work togetherly, politically, and contribute funds toward the purchase of presidential nomination fund for their candidate ahead of the 2027 general elections coming in. Gaddafi Subsali reporting for CNN Online.